Sometimes I think of my fellow guitar players out there. We do love to play the guitar, don't we? However precarious it may seem at times, the life of a performer, oh no! What are we doing when we pick up these instruments? So many different ways to approach, right? Some people never have a desire to share, I guess. I hear people who just, they don't even want to show up and play with other people. To me, music is, well, it's probably where I've been the most social in my life, really, where I've made the most friends. And also that place where that ego has come out to play in so many situations, and I've seen myself so in need of growing up. It's like when we somehow music, we identify with it. It's so strong that we say, this is who I am. And then at some point, maybe not everybody in this lifetime, but for me, what it's been like is at some point I had to realize that although music is an incredible experience to have, it's really, even music is not quite deep enough. It can express the depths, but if I identify wholly with any form that I participate in, that equals suffering generally. And we can notice that in lots of different ways. Musicians in a lot of ways behave like they have a religion in a sense. You notice it in groups of particular musicians. Sometimes, yes, oh gosh, there are so many diverse ways in which that manifests in so many different playing situations at different levels of playing, and also ego dissolution, right? Oh my gosh, I stepped in so much stuff. I discovered so much about myself as I stepped out there and tried to accomplish something with music, identified with music. I think I needed that. All these forms in which we participate in can serve as awakening tools. All the different languages that we engage in, the different religious languages, the different spiritual languages. And then at some point we realize that all words are symbols and all are equivocal basically, and they're all pointing to the same thing. Now, some language at this state of development may be easier with some people to use, but we kind of have to recognize that. Otherwise, we get people trying to pledge allegiance to our language, right? Pledge allegiance to my particular understanding of God at this particular moment. Pledge allegiance to my church's particular understanding of the gospel at this particular moment in time, right? And that's not quite God, is it? God can work with it, and God does. But those are the types of things that we go to war over and judge people over, condemn people over. If we're in some kind of institution where in order for our identity to be set, we have to exclude others, then that's a sign that you're into some level of self-righteousness. Now we can value depth over the shallow. We do have to make these discernments of depth, right? And it's okay to choose depth over shallowness. And a lot of what we get in the shallow is a lot of unconsciousness in the shallowness, right? So it's okay to choose depth of consciousness, depth of awareness, the depth of love over something that cannot provide that. Some of us are finding ourselves in a place where whatever form we're participating in, we're realizing that we deserve depth, right? So we're getting to make choices about how we share, when we share, and how we align intentions. And I think that's a pretty common state of progress for growing up, right? We've heard about people learning to say no, learning to kind of, stand up for themselves peacefully, learning to value themselves in any form, religion or music, in any kind of form is good for that kind of growth. And also, major 7, sharp 11 chords. That's an important part of the stage of development. I think Plato said there can be no Lydian in the Republic. Chew on that one for a bit.